much as someone will tell you the past is irrelevant, when it comes to your future that you're trying to shape and make better, you also need to address the past. So,
hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is another segment of This Is My Story, and today's topic is gonna be about mental health. And welcome my friend.
Hi, my name is Ray. We're here today talking about men's mental health. So I hope I'll be able to answer some of our questions and some of the questions that might be coming through.
Yes, so Ray is my good friend. And I don't know if he knows anything about mental health, but today I'm about to find out. So Ray.
Yes.
So tell me, what do you think about mental health?
I think for some part, for a while now, most people have not really focused on men's health in terms of they believe that men should be in a certain, have that like strong, mentally, that is. So vulnerability rose when in terms of men, and that is one thing that we need to address. Whereby men need to openly speak about challenges that they face and things that they go through on a day-to-day basis. So that would improve what others may seem as a challenge to them, but there are ways that they can go through their difficult situations.
I think that's true. So do you have friends who got any of mental health issues?
Yes, I have a couple of friends who have had problems in their lives that of course, some that have been open to talk about them, others who have decided to go through it in private. So of course there are ways of, how can I say, dealing with these situations is different, hence how their healing process is might take longer, others might take shorter time.
So what do you think needs to change so that mental health could be had more than how, in general, how women talk more, it's not the same as men. So how do we change that situation? In your opinion?
In my opinion, it's just, it's more about talking. I mean, encourage people, be able to share what you're going through. Now, of course, not necessarily by talking through it through media or stuff. Maybe find somebody you trust, your friends, your circle of maybe colleagues, people who you feel close to, and hence you can be able to unpackage what you're going through, and they might be able to relate with you and help you go through those situations.
So what about yourself? How do you handle your, do you have any, first of all, do you have any mental issues? Okay, it's funny question because he's my friend and and I literally don't know. So I think it's really a good time for me to actually know at the same time. You don't have to tell me if you're not comfortable, but
no. Okay. I think everyone goes through a state of that you need somebody to talk to. So if that is deemed as a mental health situation, then yes, I think then more or less I'll go through the same thing. So how I deal with such situations, talking to family, friends, relatives, those people who I'm close to, you as well. So yeah, I think it has helped me deal with my problems.
So what do you think about counseling? Do you think you might be up for it? I do go for counseling, but not all the time. Not all the time, guys. But I do go once in a while.
I don't want to create the situation that counseling is for those people who have reached a certain level of severity, but yeah, for anybody who feels like they need somebody to help them go through, yes, counseling really goes a long way towards healing.
Yeah, guys, counseling is not all about you being mentally illness. Even if you want to talk about someone, you can use a counselor to do that. You don't necessarily need to go through something to talk. I believe that talking without even you having issues already help the situations, right? Instead of waiting until you have issues to talk about issues. Does that make sense even?
Yeah, I think most people I think what we share with our friends is what is more important, and hence I think those are one of those people that you talk to on a constant basis. So yes, you do not necessarily have to wait up to a situation whereby it's piled up or you feel pressured to like now see somebody to talk to. Somebody to talk to might not necessarily be a professional mental health physician, but yes, anybody who you relate with.
But situations are different. Like, we know each other the same circle. You know, my situation, like when I was living with someone and I could not tell this person how I was feeling or going through, because I believe when you're staying with someone or you're a friend with someone for a long time, they can able to see. And if they can't see that, like someone like me, if someone can see that pain beyond, I don't see it necessarily for me to tell them. Like me, I prefer staying with my own things if you can see. If you're you're able to see it enough to ask me, maybe I'll be able to like come forward and start giving you my issues. But if you don't see it, I don't think I'm those people. I'm those people tell you like brush off, like juju too. So yeah, so I advise people who have friends to be more keen with their friends, to like look after your friends. Yeah, what do you think?
Yes.
About me not be able to like say something until someone else is able to see. Because if I know you more than 5 years, I think you ought to know if I have a problem.
Well, not necessarily. Well, most of us have different ways of translating what people go through. So if you don't talk about it, then how would you expect us to be able to understand what you're going through?
Because people who go through things don't talk about the things. Not necessarily all of them, but the people prefer to keep it a secret and keep it under. But because of how they behave, how the energy and everything, you can be able to tell. Like me, I can be able to tell if someone has issues if I know them for a while.
Yes.
Because of how I'm used to the person.
Yes.
If the person used to go out most of the time and they don't go out at all, that's a sign there's something wrong with this person. That's what I'm saying. It's not about necessarily a big issue, because some people go through things that they don't know they're going through themselves. So are you going to help them if you don't pay attention?
Well, I agree with you. If you've known somebody for a while, then you'll be able to know if there's something wrong with them. But of course, understanding the nature of what they're going through is what you need to ask, and you need to be told.
Yes, and sometimes people, they don't want you to understand their issue. They just want you to sit and listen. And some people, they just want you to see their pain. So they'll try, like someone who wants to commit suicide, they'll bring stories about suicide, they'll bring topics about suicide, they'll say something, if I die, nobody's gonna care. But because you don't pay attention, you don't see the signs. And that's what I'm saying, people need to pay attention more. Kwa sababu wale watu wenye hawaongei, they're more of showing action and giving tips. Ni kama anakupoke kidogo kidogo, anataka kuona venye utafikiria. They don't necessarily just come and tell you their things. When you they start telling you, oh, you know this friend, you know I met has ABCD, but ni yeye at the end of the day, unaelewa. But anataka tu kuona venye utafikiria.
Yeah, well, I have to agree. Most people have different ways of expressing themselves. So how subject A would express their mental situation is not exactly the same way subject B would be expressing themselves. Others would be more quiet about it, yet they're hurting inside. Others would be more talkative about it. So because of different natures of personalities, others are ambivalent, others are extroverts, others are introverts. So we all express ourselves differently in this case.
True. Which, that's what I'm saying, like in mental health, like the way you talk, it's different than the way everybody else does. Because sababu na believe still in mental health, in men, we still have a lot of work to do.
There is a lot of work, as I've told you. Kuna wengine ambao, they are not really free to talk about how they feel. Maybe I would say to men, it is not in our nature to be always talking about how we if I'd say our situations
Or how you feel.
Yes. So that's why we are mostly affected about such things. Hence, we should be encouraged to be able to do so. especially amongst our friends, because if we cannot open to the society, of course there are people we can open up to, and hence those are the people we need to be able to stand by now their relationships.
That's true. So yeah, okay, thank you for coming, and that was a really nice topic. I hope some of your friends like me will open up more, and you will come to me more. So guys, that is it for our topic today. Thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to share, and subscribe. Welcome here to our YouTube channel every Monday. And yeah, that's it for today. So bye.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.